Hello, everybody. Thank you for waiting, and thanks for joining us for another exciting episode of Those Natural Ones. Sorry about the delay. Discord was having issues, but we're here now. So let's
we had to show off a puppy dog.
Yeah, that too. Before we get started, few quick announcements, starting with our next in-person sitting around a real table rolling real dice will be, is it next Friday? No, not quite. Two Fridays from now, the 25th. Mark your calendar. 25th of October, we will be testing out an unofficial new Dark Suns playtest thing that's happening. Emery, you talk about it. You know more about it than I do.
Okay. Well, for anyone familiar with the old second edition setting known as Dark Sun, we are playtesting a module of fan-made content based on that setting. And if you tune in, there could be a special promo code waiting for you.
Special prizes.
Ooh, that's right.
Fantastic. Sorry, did I interrupt you?
Oh, no. That's all I had.
All right, fantastic. So make sure you mark your calendar for 7 p.m. Eastern time on the 25th of October. And this is probably going to be our last one shot of the year. We have a couple special things happening in November, December. So all campaign all the time after this one shot in October. So
yes, we're all dying in November and starting a new campaign in December.
that is also a possibility. Anyway, sorry, I'm a little off center. There we go. Speaking of off center, how can they support us so that way we can have people to line up our cameras and do all of our technical work so we can focus on playing?
Do you have an ad you have to do first? Or
I do, actually. Thank you for that. This episode is brought to you by me opening my notepad. Hold on. This episode is brought to you by Streamlabs Ultra. Take your content creation to the next level with Streamlabs Ultra. All of the tools you need for branding, streaming and recording, editing, and monetization. Check the link in the description below to sign up for a monthly or yearly subscription to Streamlabs Ultra if you are a content creator or if you just need to record on your desktop for business or something like that. It's great for that too. I have used it for my day job. Not gonna lie. All right, Scott, how else can they support us?
Fantastic. Hi, I'm Scott, and we have a Patreon that you can support us on when you're not using our affiliate links to buy stuff and all that type of stuff. You can go to patreon.com/those natural ones and support us there. And we reward you for it. Bunch of different rewards, a bunch of different levels, everywhere from Discord access up through advertising opportunities, which we're going to have to start doing ads for soon. Still discussing it with that member at that level on what we're going to do with those. One of those benefits is a weekly shout out. So once again, thank you, Les and Flora Marlatt, for your continued support. Check out the full list of our patrons throughout the stream near the dice and near where the dice are and in the mid and end screens. And check it out, patreon.com/those natural ones.
Thank you. Where else?
Hold us accountable.
Yeah, hold us accountable. Help us help you with better content. More professional content, I should say. More professionally produced content. Where else, Emery, can they support us and potentially give us their money?
Well, when you're not making a gracious contribution to our show on Patreon, which if you're not doing that, for only $5, that is $1 an episode per month, which is a steal, right? When you're not doing that, you can always support us by watching us on YouTube and Twitch every Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And maybe kick in Trova one day. You can also interact with us on Facebook, on Threads, on Twitter, or X, or whatever they feel like this week. You can also interact with our very own Butch on Butch's blog on Tumblr.
That's right. You can write in. Butch will answer your questions. He will give you insider information. Secret information.
Deep Thoughts by Butch Deadlift.
Deep Thoughts by Jack Handy.
The deepest of turtle thoughts by her very own Butch Deadlift. You can also, if you are listening to the audio only podcast form, you can listen to us wherever podcasts are spread out into the universe. If you are already subscribed to Twitch Prime, you
Amazon
have Amazon Prime. That's right. If you have Amazon Prime, you have a free Twitch Prime subscription that you can give to your favorite show. Why not choose us as your favorite show? In any case, do remember to like, subscribe, share, hit the bell for notifications, and make sure that when you do hit the bell, you hit all and not personalized, so that way you never miss an episode. Sound off in the comments to let us know how we're doing. Tell your friends. Any and all engagement helps us out a ton.
Thank you so much. I think that's it for our announcements for the week. So, Sam, you had last week off of your job. You make up for it now.
They fired me.
Oh, no.
Only
No,
took 1
wait,
week.
I'm here. Okay. I'm ready, and I did it. I'm here.
it. You did the
Sorry,
thing.
Chris. You were great last week. All right, so
Damn.
better than I did, so, whatever. My dog's having a dream, and it's adorable. But anyways, Elric sought the temple of Ioun in an attempt to commune with the deity. He didn't have a ton of success via normal means and instead went critical with contact other plane. He successfully made contact, but the vague answers from the goddess of knowledge were not as helpful as he would have liked. Arnon sought out information on orphanages in the city in a totally normal way and secretly left donations at one without the party knowing. We still don't know that he does this, but yet he continues to do it, and it's wonderful.
I still need from you guys to do it too.
I'm into that. That's on brand. We then, under the cover of night, enlisted Sid's assistance with visiting Longbyen. High elves are the worst. The High Elven city and Arnon's hometown. No offense, Arnon. We fell toward the High Elven city and tried to be stealthy because the city was sealed from visitors and they didn't take too kindly to outsiders. We all jumped without a ton of thought and somehow made our way not only into the city, but back together again. Butch disguised himself as a high elf via the Hat of Disguise. Orpheus used invisibility, and Elric made the rest of us high elven in appearance via seeming. I believe Ember is a child, Arnon is hot, and Gwen is clean. So we're just new people. After some shenanigans, though, where we were looking where people wouldn't normally look, or maybe looking for adventures and then not looking where they're looking, we did find a map at the city square, and miraculously, Arnon was able to find remnants of a place called the Shaded Hollow, no longer on the map. We set off southeast for that spot, hoping to find the trial.
All ass backwards into something.
So let's get some music going on here real quick. So, as you all start walking away from that sign, FYI, you've been walking for probably the better part of about 45 minutes at this point. So Orpheus would know you got about 15 minutes left on your invisibility. As you start walking towards this sign on, or this place that was listed as the Shaded Hollow, the city continues to wake up. You see more and more elves, children, adults, elders traversing through the city streets. Arnon, go ahead and make a survival check to see how well you can follow the map. You can get advantage because of your urchin background.
Alrighty then.
Can I give him guidance since I also looked at the map? Is it too late? It's too late.
It's too late now, but
17.
17, fine.
Cool.
You were able to read that map fairly well and translate it to directions. You can tell it's probably going to take you about 20, 25 minutes to walk to that area that was listed.
Yeah, it's going to be about 25 minutes. So, is anything important going to happen in that time? Noteworthy?
Well, I gave Orpheus that invisibility, and it only lasts for an hour. So, how you feeling, Orpheus? Other than snacky. It's barely
it's not coming through, but that's amazing.
No.
I think he's muted.
Well, I
Yeah,
can
Orpheus,
cast...
you're muted.
Sorry, the clanging is all you hear and all you know.
I can recast Invis on you if you'd like.
Or would you
It's a
like
good
to?
idea.
Would you like to just have a disguise like us?
That would also be probably ideal.
Let's not do that.
It lasts long time.
You could
I don't want to be another Amisra.
You could be an Amis
There's
bro.
no Amisra here. There is no Amisra here.
That's
I
clearly
totally
Amisra, Elric.
like a Misra.
Oh my god, get your eyes checked.
I even have a messy
That-
bun.
Doesn't even look similar at all. There was no way I would make any of you look like her.
On purpose.
Yeah, you have.
I think this was an accident, and it's okay.
No,
Like,
absolutely.
if I could make people
not.
look like Rain, I would make people look like Rain. It's okay, Elric.
This is not the time.
I
This is
probably
not the
shouldn't look like
time.
an elf. If somebody tries to talk to me, I don't speak Elvish.
Well, here's the thing: elves, high elves in particular, are just standoffish cunts, and all you have to do is just refuse to speak.
Oh, I can do that. I can do that.
Right, Arnon?
Yeah, just kind of look down your nose and
Yeah. Just
like it's something that kind of got stuck to your shoe.
Yeah,
You're like,
I think I've seen
"Ugh."
that look from Hymir a few times. I don't know.
Yeah, he's really good at the high elf look.
I wonder if he's secretly a high elven.
And that-
Arnon, what if
Wouldn't
we're
that make you
related?
a high elven?
I know.
secretly high elf.
I'm gonna only wild shape going forward.
All right, let's do it. Do you have to be able to see me to do it?
Okay, here's the issue. I've already cast it.
What?
I thought
I've
you
already
said
cast.
You were gonna cast it again last time. That's why.
Well, seeming lasts 8 hours.
Yeah, it seems inefficient to recast it.
Well, I can just
So-
keep him invisible this entire time, but
Yeah,
I'm gonna
we'd
run
have
out
to
of the
cast-
ability to do that.
Invisibility 7 times.
I can't do that. I lied.
Did you cast
Or-
it the first time, or did I use my ring?
You cast it, but I still can't cast it 7 times. Or, yeah, I just can't do that.
Well, we just gotta find a room to shove me in within the next hour. That sounds fair.
Within the next 15 minutes, unless
It's
you
gonna
want me to
take
cast it
25
again now.
minutes to get there.
Yeah,
Plus
let's-
this conversation.
Let's cast it again. Be safe.
So, we'll cast it on the way.
So you're able to find like a little alcove to kind of sneak into between a couple buildings and cast it if that's what you are planning on doing.
Just one thing, guys. We're not going to be stealthy, right? Like, because I can't do pass without a trace if I'm keeping him invisible.
Okay.
So we're just
Yeah,
going to
well,
own
yeah.
our.
We're doing the disguise thing, so
Yeah, the disguise has to be it.
Okay.
Nick, do we need the bear running?
Oh, shoot. Thanks. I will activate the bear. Just in
Your
case.
camera. Your camera, too.
My camera will be fine. My camera comes direct.
Okay, then it won't help anybody. It won't move anybody then.
No, it won't.
Now recording.
Did that pick up on the stream?
Yeah, it did. Absolutely
Awesome.
did.
That's awesome.
All right.
God.
All right. So, is that the plan then? Are you going to recast invisibility on Orpheus? All right. You find your way over to a small little alcove between a couple buildings, just in time as Orpheus's invisibility drops, and you're able to recast it on him. You now have another hour of invisibility. While you guys are heading through, and this city is starting to wake up for the morning, I'm assuming you all are trying to, since you went with the disguise route, you're trying to blend in to your surroundings and the mannerisms of the people around you.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Everyone roll me a performance. I'll let you choose. You can either do performance or deception. Your choice.
They're equally awful, I believe.
Yeah.
You
How
want the
about
invisible guy to do it
medicine?
too?
You say, how about medicine?
Orpheus, you don't. Orpheus, you don't need to because you
I'd like
roll.
to roll.
Orpheus, you roll a stealth check at advantage.
How about animal handling?
No.
How about survival?
How
or
about you
surviving in a
roll
strange city?
what I told you to roll and you shut the hell up?
Oh my god.
Well, my
Wow.
6 is your fault for being so rude. Rude.
Jesus
Wow,
Christ.
we did a great
Oh,
job.
wow.
guys. How did I get higher than you two? I have a -2.
Because your mouth is bigger.
Gwen's nerves are so frazzled from reading that map with you that she can't put on her high elf bullshit right now.
All right. So, for those listening, we
Did a good
have
job. You looked exactly where people
Elric with a 16, Arnon with a 9, Gwen with an 8, Butch with a 15, Ember with a 6, and Orpheus with a 16 stealth. Butch and Elric, you two pick up the mannerisms pretty quickly. And the straight posture and kind of, as Arnon described it, the kind of snooty look. Orpheus, you're able to kind of adjust your gait slightly so that way your armor's not clanging quite as badly. You feel pretty confident in your ability to move significantly quieter than you were before. Gwen, Arnon, and Ember, however, you three look like tourists. You're like, Ember and Gwen are just kind of like looking everywhere at all of these tall buildings that probably neither one of you are that familiar with, other than Gwen, you've seen Sigil and places like that before. But these high elves build up. Most of the cities that you've been in before have built out with like 2-story buildings and maybe 3-story buildings. The occasional castle or keep that might raise to like 6 or 7 floors. There's buildings in this city that are 50 plus stories high. Like, you can clearly tell just from the little bit that you've been in here that their population has outgrown this small island. And it's turning into like a Manhattan situation. So
I feel like I went a little bit too much with the stick up the butt look.
yeah, Arnon is trying too hard, and
That makes sense for him.
Ember and Gwen are just like in awe of your surroundings. As
So you're
you're
saying this is a fire hazard.
as you are walking around and everything, everyone go ahead and make perception checks for me as well.
As the dice
All
gently
right.
roll.
Butch with a 19, Orpheus with a
Okay.
17. Fantastic. Elric with a 21, Ember with a 15, Gwen with an 11, and Arnon with an 11. You start noticing, especially the ones with the higher perception checks, anything over a 15, you start noticing...
Over 15 or including 15?
Over includes 15. You start noticing people are staring at you.
Used to it.
As you're walking through, you're starting to notice more and more, like, people kind of looking in your direction as you walk through.
Okay, Butch is going to attempt to gently lead his goslings in the direction he thinks we're supposed to be going in a high elf appropriate manner.
So as you kind of corral everyone over, as you are walking, you do notice. You've been walking for about 10 minutes. You're probably about 5 minutes away from, according to what Arden was saying. You look over at one point and you see a kind of middle-aged elven woman with long blonde hair pulled back into a tight braid in this kind of blue dress, kind of standing over next to a guard who seems to be standing on a street corner there, and she's just kind of like up close whispering and keeps like looking towards your direction as she's talking to this guard.
I could sure use some nut milk.
I sure wish I spoke. Oh, wait a minute.
She is probably a good 75 feet away from you, so you're not able to hear what she's saying, but you do see her talking to this guard and looking in your direction, and she's kind of starts to gesture over towards your direction. And you see this guard start looking towards you.
How far away are they?
About 75 feet.
Orpheus is going to walk over there stealthily and see if he can kind of overhear what they're saying.
Do you speak Elvish?
Shit.
Well, you know what? I take that back.
Yeah, you do not speak Elven, so...
We need to find an inn and get off the road.
I'm going to cast that spell that lets me speak everything.
As
There's some
you...
common root words I might pick up.
As you walk, Arnon, you... Due to your survival check you hit earlier, you can kind of tell that you're probably a good maybe 4 blocks away from this place that was listed on the map. There are a few alleyways between where you are on this main street and over towards that to where you need to go.
This way, fellow high elves. Elves.
Are you
An F in that?
Are you ducking into an alley?
Ducka.
Sure.
So you duck into this alley, and it kind of curves around in between these two large, probably like 10-story buildings. You walk up about 30, 40 feet before another alley crosses. You end up in this maze of these dark back alleys with significant refuse starting to pile up and everything, but you feel like you are getting closer to where that place was listed on the map.
Elric, now that I've cast tongues, what language am I speaking?
Elvish.
Do I sound high elvish or wood elvish? Or drow elvish? I'm sorry, that wasn't insulting, was it?
No.
You've kind of got a wood elf accent, but it's probably because you're from Mesh.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Being that this is all of our first times here, that it's...
Try
Gwen-
to raise your voice up.
Gwen,
A little
roll to feel insulted.
Jesus. Insight.
You wanna raise your voice up further into the nasal passages.
What the?
Like, no. To get the high elf right. More,
Okay.
less projecting from your throat, and just move it up. Move it up here. Okay.
I
Alien.
gotta sound like this.
Alien. Just
Can I
remember,
get
remember
Yeah.
Alien.
Can I get advantage if I'm speaking like this while I'm in seeming?
I think you should get disadvantage for that.
Fantastic.
I will talk like this for the rest of the night.
As
I'm
you
out. I gotta go, guys.
Please just kill me.
as you continue through here,
This is
you
worse than Courtney.
you start getting, oh Jesus Christ, you start getting close to where it was listed on the map. Go ahead and make me a perception check, Arnon specifically.
So just
Perception or am I gonna investigate?
This would be more perception, and yes, Arnon, you can do it at advantage with everyone's help, though.
Okay.
I'm helping.
27.
27. Okay, so you maneuver through these alleys, and then you feel like you're getting very close to where this was on the map, and you look around these back alleys that you're in. You feel like you're significantly far away from those main thoroughfares, and you're kind of like somewhere inside this labyrinth of alleys. Suddenly you walk through and you see you walk through this one intersection, and you can see down the road that this alley does kind of open up into kind of like an interior courtyard between these buildings. And you look over and you see what appears to be, for lack of a fantasy term, this almost looks like a subway entrance, like more or less a fenced off hole in the ground with a stairway leading down. You do see, after looking for a few minutes, you do see a few elves walking up. They seem in more simpler clothes, more just like drab colored vestments, just tunics and just linen pants or something like that. So,
Can I roll insight for cultural awareness?
sure.
What's my total there?
18. You can tell that these are significantly lower class people that are emerging from
The
this.
lower class than. I'm sorry.
What exactly are you trying to establish?
So they're lower class than like anyone else we've seen up here.
Correct. Yes. And they appear to be some sort of laborers. They're dressed as some form of labor, whether it be like masons or carpenters, like, and not even like architect style, but these are like the menial, repetitive, simple tasked laborers.
Like nut juicer.
Yeah, like a nut juicer, or, you know,
Arnon,
the guy that stacks the bricks for the mason.
do the bricklayers and laborers, the lower class live lower and the higher class live higher here?
Of course.
Are you
Of course, the
saying there's
horses
an
and ears. This is all
undercity?
gibberish, right?
No, you can understand everything I'm saying because I cast tongues.
Yeah, you can understand him.
But I can't understand the others.
Anyone who's speaking Elvish, you cannot understand. Correct.
So, the only context
Really
I get is Butch.
Really going to have to teach you this language.
So are we to go down?
Quite.
Let us descend.
Let us descend. And it looks like we should probably get less stick up the butt on the way down.
Let's maybe remove the thing entirely.
That I can do.
I don't know if that's possible.
Oh my god.
I think it's just a matter of degree.
So as you approach this stairwell, you look down and it opens, or it descends down for quite a while into darkness, more or less. A few magical torch lights, some sort of magical light source kind of dots the walls every like 10, 15 feet on either side. You see these like stacked stone walls, very... As you start descending, the... What the hell are you doing?
Orpheus,
Sorry.
you want us to cast light on your shield?
Roll initiative.
Did you guys hear that?
I heard hissing.
No, it was my dog like scratching at the door over there. She was like trying to get comfortable in the bed, and she was like hitting it with her paws. Anyway, you see that the facade and everything at the top is fairly fine, but then the further you go down, the more rough it becomes, the lack of craftsmanship and the lack of detail on these stones, and they become just like stacked almost cobblestones the farther down you get. You descend probably a good 50, 75 feet before the ground starts leveling out, and it opens up into a fairly large tunnel that continues forward probably another 50, 60 feet before there's a sharp left 90-degree turn.
Cool.
And then maybe stop at the corner and peer around it.
You'll have to grab Butch by the arm to stop him because he's just in awe.
I'm going to attempt to grab Butch by the arm to stop him.
Oh, sorry.
As you peer around this corner, the tunnel continues for about 10, 15 feet before opening up into this large underground chamber. You take a look in the street. Actually, I take that back. It would have been about 100 feet down, not like 50 feet. It would have been more like 100 feet descent. But it opens up into this large underground chamber, and it looks very reminiscent to the city you just were in, only darker, with only a few. You look up and you see specific individual beams of light that seem to be coming through almost like sewer grates from the streets above you. There's pillars, support beams that have been built in even increments throughout, older style. Just looking at these houses and buildings down here, you see more like 1-2 story buildings, older construction, but some are falling apart a little, some are a little more well kept. This is a significantly older portion of the city that at some point has been built over as the population has increased and as the city needed more space. Think, the best way I can describe to the audience, think Coruscant from Star Wars, like every so many generations, they build a whole new level to the city. You look around and you see hundreds, if not possibly thousands of individuals, the city walking between buildings, some heading up towards the surface. Very, very few coming back down this early in the morning, if anyone. You hear the hustle and bustle of people walking to and fro. You see a few buildings with candlelight and torchlight and firelight inside, peering, kind of illuminating out through the windows. Yeah, that's what you see, what you hear. Just hustle and bustle of sounds of people pulling carts and talking back and forth in Elvish.
Arnon, you should have told me that this city is so cool.
Well, I was like 4 or 6 last time I was here, something like that. The people that live here are very cool.
Right.
That's kind of what I remember.
You're not from here?
Oh, I'm from here. My dad was an ambassador.
Arnon,
so-
roll a history check for me.
History check.
We're back.
23.
23.
Yeah. 23 and me.
You have very little memory of even hearing about these lower levels. Your family clearly was highborn, being an ambassador, the family of an ambassador. The few memories that you do have of your childhood here were on the surface level. Courtyards, castles, marble buildings and statues and clean white marble everywhere. Very Minas Tirith style memories. This, since you've left, you've read about this, you have no memory of any of ever. Why would your family even be down here?
Nah. So Butch thinks that the below part's cool and not the above part? Is that what he was saying?
I think he thought the entire thing was cool.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, this isn't where I'm from, but I think this is where we need to look. It's more where I'm at now?
Would follow a pattern, if nothing else.
Yes. The further down we go.
Yes, let's keep our eyes open.
All right. So, what else do we see down here?
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Everybody?
Whoever's
I
looking.
am,
Okay.
Whoever wants to.
which is looking everywhere.
I will also look.
Gosh.
Because this is like the Underdark, but, cleaner.
All right. With varying skill or varying scores anywhere between 3 and 20. Thanks, Orpheus.
You're welcome.
So you continue looking through this city as you are you walking like deeper into it while you're looking,
Yeah,
I'm assuming?
I'm looking for signs of my people, and
Sure.
including thieves' cant and stuff too, because one usually leads to the other in my experience. So
Sure. So you continue walking further into this underground city. More and more of those specks of light coming through from storm drains and such, and manhole covers and such above you. Looking around, quite a bit of residential buildings around here, very almost projects like, where it's just these large like long houses with multiple like apartments more or less throughout.
wait, so there's like manholes that you would just like drop down into this city through?
That's what they look like. They're more specific. They're more designed as almost like skylights, but they're shaped like manhole covers.
Gotcha.
Just to let some sort of light down here. So
They're
you
called elf holes here.
Yeah, elf holes. That's something completely different. So walking through and you hear these conversations passing and just normal conversations, people complaining about the surface dwellers and, you know, like labor that they have to do and going to work. And I've already been working for, you know, I'm just get off my night shift. You know, they don't want our kind up there while they're awake. So we got to work during the fucking night. And, you know, typical complaints of labor castes. You do hear, or you do see throughout, there is a few places that look more like general stores, and you pass one that's almost like a grocer, but it's a lot of like root vegetables and some mushrooms, stuff like that. Very few like leafy green vegetables or anything like that. More subterranean style.
Beets.
Yeah, you pass another place that's some form of butcher. You see meats there that you don't really recognize the cut. You're not sure where they came from. You continue. You, with a 20 Elric, you start hearing from down one of the side alleys, significant, like, kind of noises and jubilations more than anything else coming from one specific building down the alley. You hear quite a bit of like ruckus and, you know, a little bit of music playing and loud laughter and stuff coming from, like I said, this building that's probably 2 blocks down the side street.
Sounds like a tavern.
There's a
I like
place
a
I need to
tavern.
look.
What Arnon said.
Good place to look.
Let's go there then.
You walk down this alley and you see a kind of cramped little tavern. It's still a decent size, but seems to be kind of almost crammed into this alley between a couple of what look like residential buildings.
I'm wider than I look right now, aren't I?
Yeah, you're slightly wider than you look. You haven't run into any issues with it yet, but if someone were to try and like sneak past you, they probably would run into an invisible wall.
Like shoulder check people without trying.
So you walk up and you see this almost nondescript
Shell check.
Wooden door in this stone building right here. There's a little bit of light peeking through a tiny little window. You look through and you see quite a few people inside, written in Elvish, so whomever can speak Elvish can read it. You see a sign hanging over the door that says Whispers End.
Whispers End. Well,
Let's enter.
After you.
Wait, does that mean we have to be loud in there?
As you open the door, you see, and you walk in, you see a modest size establishment with more people than it should have in it. There is a bar on the opposite side. There's maybe like 6 or 7 tables here, all of them full. There's people standing throughout. It is very, very cramped in here, but you do hear quite a bit of laughter and everything. As you walk in the door, it's almost instantly that it seems like everyone is silent and staring at you. It's a little bit of murmur here and there, but the majority of the livelihood seems to have dropped as soon as these people who they are not familiar with, who are dressed like topsiders, walk in the bar.
We might want to turn around. I have one more casting of seeming that I can do on all.
Drop it on individual us's.
I don't think that that's how that works.
Balls.
I'm in the back. Can I roll? What Butch wants to do is change his appearance without other people seeing that he's changed his appearance. I don't know if he's going to do this successfully, though.
Go ahead and roll stealth, then.
I am in the back, though.
You are in the back, yes.
How did I do?
With an 11, so you kind of like take a step back and kind of sneak over to the side. And what's the new image that you're taking?
I picked one of the patrons in there, so I'm keeping the same face I had before, but now I'm wearing clothes that are very similar to that patron's clothes.
So you kind of stand back and you like utter the little bit of incantation that happens that you need to with the hat of disguise, and your image and your clothing changes. You kind of like look around, and as soon as you look as after you finish doing this transformation, you look down the alley and you see this maybe like 6-year-old elf in these tattered kind of brownish rags kind of look up at you, staring at you, mouth, jaw hanging down. It's like, whoa, how did you do that? Shh. Okay. Roll a persuasion check.
Okay.
Oh no.
Not bad.
That's 22. They're like, oh, okay, shh. And then they just turn and run off back into the alley.
22. Yay.
As you all are standing in the doorway, you see this this middle-aged elf kind of stand up, graying hair. You see they have these like sharp eyes that seem to be like twitching everywhere. Kind of stand up and, where are you going? Come on in. There's plenty of space here. Kind of grins from ear to ear and kind of tries to get you all to walk in.
Okay.
We wouldn't want to presume or anything. We can.
Oh no! Come on in, Thalion. Get these fine individuals around on me. And the
Hey,
man,
Scott, what's Arden's last name?
Salor.
You see a tall, older elf behind the bar kind of respond. You see weathered features, one eye missing with an eye patch over the left eye. Kind of look up. I was like, all right, if you say so. Anything to take your coin. Reaches down and grabs like 6 mugs. Goes over to a tap and just pours this like dark, thick ale. You see the original man who was talking to you walks over and grabs 3 in each hand, and with arms extended is like, please have it. Looks down at the table. Get the fuck up. And this group of people like get up and walk off. Have a seat, please. And he just deals the ales around the table.
Orpheus is invisible.
Oh, 5. Sorry, 5. Yeah, Orpheus is invisible. My bad. 5 ales.
I'm just lingering, blind to everything.
I'll just like
He's over there in the bag.
Everything.
He's
Orpheus's
over in the
mouth
bag
is.
under the nozzle, just putting it down his mouth like Homer Simpson.
Yeah.
We discussed the Casper effect earlier, so Orpheus won't risk it.
If anyone, like if he runs into anything and anyone asks, we'll say we have an unseen servant.
Fantastic.
I just pour one out for my dead homies and try to hit him in the mouth.
It's like, please have a seat. Come on in.
We're getting preferential treatment because we look rich.
We're gonna have to tip pretty big here.
Can Orpheus do an insight check on the room?
If you would like to.
See if there's... His suspicion is that they see these rich folk as easy targets for thievery.
As soon as they touch us,
Probably won't
learn much
it's
about that.
disguised.
It's very possible. I mean, could very well be what's going on here. If that's Orpheus's initial assessment, that's probably what he thinks right now.
As soon as they fondle my messy bun, they're gonna know it's a disguise.
Are you
Wait,
all?
what-
Are you all?
What was your family name again? Aethanor?
De Salor.
A Daesalor?
Daesalor.
Daesalor.
Are you guys walking in and having a seat, or are you?
Yeah,
What are you doing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm walking in.
Yeah,
and
we're
having a
kind of being ushered in, so yeah.
All right. As you enter the bar, you walk past and you see this. The door shut behind you as this gentleman, this older kind of middle-aged elf, kind of ushers you in. You all take a seat around the table, and he does the typical, like, grabs a chair, kind of rips it out from under somebody who falls on the ground, kind of spins it around and sits on it backwards right next to you, and he's like, so, what brings your lot to Whisper's End?
Well, this is my fine friend of the family Daesalor. And my understanding is
Immediately trading on
that
name. Oh no.
Just start screaming. Do you? I pull out a gold piece.
Oh, that's something.
I would like better ale, please. Or I would like additional ale. I would like a keg. How much is a keg?
The person, you're saying that out loud, and the Thalion, who is the person, you want a keg? That'll be 10 gold. You want me to tap it for you too?
Yes, please. That would be lovely.
Tap it. I got to charge you an additional 2 gold.
12 gold.
We're getting hosed already.
we're looking for
I just need I need them going away from the table. That is what's I'm trying to do right now.
Oh, the other person is not moving. This is the conversation with the dude behind the bar, as everything has become silent as the grave.
I was trying to distract the person that Butch was talking to. Was that not who I was just throwing money at?
I understand, but no, the person who was talking back to you was the person behind the bar.
Never mind.
Is that a...
Hold it. I don't know.
So, Daesalor, what's your given name?
I think you said Day Sailor. Day Sailor. We're looking for work on a ship.
Maybe it's
Make a deception check.
Maybe it's Mabelor.
Maybe it's
Maybe it's Mabelor.
That is definitely what he said.
He is very beautiful right now.
That's a 3.
Ah, fuck.
Okay, Miss Day Sailor.
I'm the fighter of the Night Sailor.
Tell me what's...
I'm not supposed to tell many people here, but you seem like a trustworthy lot. We are on a mission of vengeance.
hear Arden. You just hear Arden groaning.
Your compatriot there has kind of a big mouth, doesn't he? So
You know, there's a cure for that, and it's called food. Please tell me you have dishes here
Probably.
that we could.
I mean, we have food, but probably nothing of that your caliber is used to. We don't
There is
have
only
access
one-
to those fancier things down
To
here.
the contrary, I believe I could out-eat anyone in this room.
Out eating's not a high oven thing.
Both duct tape and chloroform are also cures for this.
Going back to Miss Day Sailor over here.
Yeah.
So what's
Fighter
what,
the Night Sailor.
what's your given name there, sweetheart?
You just call her sweetheart?
Amisra.
No,
Amisra Day Sailor, huh?
No. Tristra.
Amisra Day Sailor.
Tristra?
Amisa Tristra the Day Sailor.
Amisra Tristra the Day Sailor, huh?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're
Amisra. I like books.
Big mahogany bookshelves.
suddenly from behind you. Suddenly from behind you, there is a voice. You should probably watch who you speak to down here. And you look and you see this lithe half elf with, or high elf with silver hair and piercing blue eyes, hood pulled slightly just over the hairline. Day Salors haven't been around here for a while, but their name is still well known, and I'm sure there's quite a few people who might pay handsomely for someone of your lineage.
Oh, well, I was looking for somebody to pay me for the job.
Pay. What job exactly are you looking
Day
for?
Sailor.
only sailing during the day.
Yeah, like 3-hour tours.
Is he?
At night we anchor.
His entire deal.
The person, the initial elf who brought you in here, who's sitting backwards on the chair next to you, is like, Sereth, yes, we all know you're very scary. Just go stand by the wall, please. The elf kind of like cracks her neck slightly and steps back. Very well. Just know that you all will not be... We'll keep an eye on you and make sure that you're comfortable here for as long as is needed.
Excellent.
We appreciate your concern. Yes, food, please.
I'm sure the gentleman sitting with you. I'm sure you will. We can come up with something. Thalion, some of your finest. I'm sure these elves have deep pockets, so money's not an option, right? Or money's not an object with you, right? And he kind of looks around to all of you.
Right.
Yeah, it is a thing.
Oh, perfect. All right. Thalion, just keep it coming. Just whatever, the finest stuff you got back there, whatever it is today. Thalion kind of looks up and is like, we got some fine vintage, or some fine imported displacer beast in this morning. So I can cook you up a couple real nice hunks of that. That sounds delicious. Perfect. Get us all.
What kind of mycology do you have?
What kind of mycology do we have?
Yeah, like, Like a mushroom stew or any local varietals? Because I love them and would like them.
We have a too many things at once. Thalion, what kind of mushroom things do you have back there? It's like, I think I got some oysters left over that I could throw in some broth if you like. That's not really something
I just gotta clarify, oyster mushrooms or oysters?
You did ask for mushrooms, right?
I did. I just
Okay.
want to be abundantly clear because I won't eat the oyster.
Yeah, we got some.
Appreciate you.
We might have some sulfur shell too. If I don't know, we might have used all those yesterday.
I will take what you have.
Fantastic. I'll give you what I got. And
Gorgeous.
if you get sick, well, don't blame me.
Wouldn't be the first time.
So I'm sure we'll come up with something, and it'll be fantastic. Best meal you've had down here in your life, I guarantee it. Person sitting
We
next to you is like,
appreciate it.
well, if nothing else, the most expensive. So,
Can I look at Arnon and I want to think into his head, are we in big trouble right now?
You just hear me squeak.
I ask, do we need to leave?
I think they'll follow.
Blink twice for, oh, fuck. Okay.
Is it too late to pretend that I'm not with him?
yeah.
I could create a distraction.
There's a lot of people in here. Not
think
very
they
many
all-
places that nobody's looking.
Oh boy. This doesn't seem like the place to find
You
a
look
place.
around and you see probably 98% of the people in here are just staring at your table.
Yeah. Cool. And I
The-
can't make this seeming go away.
You cannot.
Okay.
The gentleman sitting with you. So, I know you all didn't come down here for food and ale. So why don't you be straight with me, Miss Day Sailor, and accompanying what really brought you down here?
Would my tattoo be visible?
I'm pretty sure seeming probably covered that up.
Yeah, it would.
I'd love to, but
You could draw it on the table.
Technically, I can dismiss it, but it would be on
everybody.
dismissing
right?
it on everybody.
Which would be kind of amazing.
Oh, Jesus.
As you're sitting here and as this gentleman is discussing this, another being from over next to the bar kind of walks up. You see this long black hair and this almost slightly elderly looking elf, a few streaks of silver through his hair, in these kind of tattered black robes, kind of walks up. Careful with this group. They deceive you already. These are not what they appear to be.
Who's he talking to?
He's talking to the gentleman who's sitting with you. And he starts looking around and he's like, he points at each one of you. First off, she is not a she, pointing at you, Arnon. Secondly, this one
I
is
don't think you get to decide that for them.
a pale pale elf.
Nothing wrong with that.
This man appears to be a giant turtle. We have a dwarf.
Rude.
We have a elf of filthy nature. You actually could probably just drop your disguise. You'd fit in perfectly down here. And then over there, and he points to an empty spot, is a human who decided it would be smart just to try and walk in here invisible and trick us all.
Look, the people up there are smug assholes, okay?
You
Can't
hear
confirm.
literally every creature in this tavern start busting out laughing as soon as you say that.
Drop it,
You
Elric.
think- Yeah, Elric.
Fine.
When he drops it, I'm gonna go, do you think this would have gotten me through the upper levels?
So just for Orpheus's roleplay context, he pointed at me, but I obviously can't understand him.
Right.
So
Yeah, he pointed at you. Actually, no, he said it in common. He said the thing about you in common. Everything else he spoke in Elvish. He pointed at you and switched to common and said that. And then the person who's sitting next to you is like, Valian, this is why we keep you around. I appreciate your sorcery that you still have a knack for. Even if you are a shit bounty hunter.
I'm gonna drop concentration on invisibility.
All right, so
So Orpheus just appears.
Yeah. Orpheus appears, the seeming... Did you drop seeming, Elric?
Yeah, I did.
The seeming...
Can I offer to shake the guy's hand now with my grubby fingers?
He reaches out and just grabs your hand. It's like,
I love it here.
fantastic. Now that we have a little bit of honesty, maybe we can see why the fuck you're actually here. Because
Orpheus.
yes,
this
you are
is the guy that brought
correct.
us drinks.
Yeah, this is the guy sitting with you. He's like, he's looking at you, Gwen, after you shook his hand. He's like, yes, you're correct. None of you would have survived, except for maybe him. And he points to you, Arnon. You might be the only one who might be passable, even up above. But even that would be a stretch. But down here, we really don't care. We're all subjugated down here. We don't give a shit about your shell and your short and your lack of any kind of elven blood. It's fine.
I'm just Arnon staring at him, and I'll push my arm out, forearm up, and peel my invisible glove down and show my brand.
That's gotta look so weird.
While he's doing
Killer
that,
skin.
Butch is gonna stand up and say, "I believe introductions are in order then." And
let's not, Butch. Let's not.
but
We've already
don't-
gone too far.
They
They call
don't
me
need to know.
Lady Death. I'm trying to make
I
this stand.
already miss when Arnon was hot.
make that a
I
t-shirt.
don't miss that at all.
I think introductions are probably in order. You're right. My name is Varen. Varen.
Pleased to meet you, Varen.
Varen. They call me Shadow Tongue.
Shout out.
I know things. I sell things. I might be able to assist you if it's information you're looking for. For a price, of course.
I am Butch Deadlift. I am a cleric representing Moonbow.
Ah.
Can I roll insight to see if she's bullshitting?
This is a he, but yes, you can.
He. Okay.
This is the gentleman who's
Did
been
he-
sitting with you and bought you the drinks.
Did he react to
yeah.
my brand at all?
Roll me a perception or an insight check. 15, he seems to be... There's nothing that makes you think that what he's saying is not true.
15.
15. You don't notice any specific, like, immediate reaction. He does seem to kind of, like, take a look at it and maybe a little bit of intrigue in his eyes, but nothing, like, overtly, like, no major reaction to it.
I'll just kind of hold it up for a minute.
The one that they called Sereth, the scary one, kind of looks over and is like, so that's why you're here. Are you a member, or were you a target?
I'm a visiting member.
We've seen a few of their kind sulking through the lower levels. They don't make they don't make themselves known very often.
That tracks.
To which the one named Varian, who is the one who's been the most talkative to you, the one who bought you the drinks. Ah, that's what that is. I thought that mark looked familiar. You're here searching for the coven. I take it you are doing your trials, as it were.
I'm an exchange student.
Is that the only thing that brought you here?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, with the proper incentive, I could probably give you information as to where you might be able to find said group. With a little more incentive, I might be able to take you there myself.
But you'll sit back down since introductions no longer seem necessary.
Do we have food yet?
No, you do not.
Okay.
Not yet.
What incentive?
What incentive is there other than just cold hard gold? It's how we operate down here. We don't get a lot of it, so we take advantage of it when we can. This seems to be of special significance to you. And, well, we have a pretty sizable operation here that we try and keep respectable and decent for our patrons and the people like yourself who need our services. Many, many mouths to feed, many palms to grease, many supplies to be needed. For information as to where, 1,000. For me to take you there personally, 10,000.
If you have anyone ill that needs cured, I could help.
I appreciate it.
Disease.
I appreciate the offer. We are just fine though when it comes to that.
No giant beasties down here that need killed like that kraken that we removed off the face of the planet a couple weeks ago.
You hear a couple people laughing in the background. Go ahead and roll me a persuasion check real quick.
All right, let's see if I can actually sound on it.
Do I still have the tooth? Or did I have to give that away?
You have it. 20, dirty 20. You hear a few people laughing.
Never
it's
mind.
like, that is a... and you hear Varian say, fun story, but no, not anything that we need help with down here. Unless you can slay the entirety of the oppressing upper class, I don't think we have much use for cell swords.
If we convince them to join our war, they might have their numbers significantly reduced.
If you convince these stuffy assholes to join a war that is not concerning them, I will personally be your servant for the rest of your life. Because those are two things that will not happen.
Yeah, that's probably true. I know how inscription works. Conscription? Conscription.
He's like, inscription? I mean, there's like, I did have this inscribed last week, but I don't know what that has to do with anything. So,
I think we can just find him ourselves.
if that's your way about it. The offer stands once you get lost. If you find your way back, that is. The Undercity is a significant maze. The shaded hollows are somewhat still navigatable, seeing as how this is the majority, or where the majority of the lower population lives, for lack of a better term. However, once you get below the hollows, it's ruins and refuse. It's a labyrinth down there. Most tunnels have collapsed. Other tunnels will be collapsing soon.
Can I roll insight on if he's full shit about this description?
Sure, go for it.
Okay, buddy. If he's just hamming us up to try to milk us.
21.
Dang.
Is that secret time?
He seems pretty legit from what he's saying. He might be exaggerating he might be exaggerating a little bit, but it seems like he's more or less on the level, is what I'm trying to say. Butch, roll me a dexterity saving throw real quick.
Sure. It's a natural one, boss.
Natural one.
Doo-doo shower.
As nice.
That's a lot of poop.
You all, as
That was a
he's
shit roll.
as
Like a
he's
fart next to-
giving this long description of the lower levels below where you're at right now, a few of you hear this creaking and cracking noise as Butch's chair collapses underneath
Son
him,
of a-
and he falls shell first into the floor. You see a few patrons who were behind you actually get knocked back and start a mini little wave backwards.
Is it too late to use my ring of evasion?
Yeah, we're gonna say it's too late for
Okay.
that. So
Orpheus is gonna go over and check out the scene.
So as Butch lays there, and you just hear
Sorry.
another round of anyone in close vicinity just start cracking up as this turtle just falls shell first on the floor. And as you lay there and the others are having this conversation, we're going to go ahead and take our break because it is 9:50. So give us about 10 minutes and we will come back to see what else happens here at Whisper's End. So we will be right back. And we are back in Whisper's End. So, You are currently in conversation. Butch is on his shell trying to turtle himself back up.
I can get back up.
Where am I in relation to this guy?
I would assume you would have been sitting, the way I pictured it, you were sitting to the right of Butch, who just fell. This dude is pretty much directly across the table from you. Sitting kind of slightly behind between Gwen and Elric.
What's he wearing?
What are you wearing? No.
I knew it.
He's wearing some kind of, still not as nice as the outfits that you saw up above, but still fairly nicer than most of the stuff that you see down here. Just a kind of simple, kind of starts with a like off-white tunic, and then he's got a or kind of button-up shirt type thing with not really a tunic, more like a button-up shirt and like a bluish, dark blue vest on top of it, and then a jacket that's slightly darker than the vest itself, and then he's just got like kind of slight, more or less matching pants and some like leather boots.
Gloves on?
He does not have gloves on, no.
Long sleeve shirt?
Yes.
So look worn, fairly worn.
Yeah, he's had it for a while.
While he's a little distracted by Butch falling, I'm going to reach out, grab his forearm, and I'm going to cast Grim Psychometry on his shirt.
On his shirt.
Yeah, with my eyes glowing, staring right at him.
Okay.
That's subtle.
Go ahead and make an athletics check first to grapple.
All right, I was trying to do it while he's distracted, so.
That's fine.
Seven.
You reach out to go and grab him, and he's looking over at Butch, but still out of the corner of his eye, he catches you, and he just like pulls his arm away. He's like, "Excuse me now, what? Hey, what exactly are you up to?"
I like his shirt.
I like this shirt too. I really like the. I think it fits me better than the previous owner. However, and he kind of pulls his vest over slightly, and you see a slit with a slight blood or red stain around it, right in the where the vest was sitting. He's like, "There's this problem yet. I need to find somebody with mending to fix this, but it is what it is."
I used to have mending.
Super blurry, Barry.
Well, it never.
Because he's still on the floor.
I was trying to use mending. And it was always too big, and it never worked. And so I swapped it out for light because it felt more appropriate.
You're blurry,
Oh,
is what I said.
So, do we have
So
a
many
deal?
something.
1,000 and I'll tell you where to find them. 10,000, I'll take you down there to find them yourself. Or take them down there so you don't have to find them yourself.
All you have to do is go down.
Again, there's a lot down there. If I were to guess, I would say there's at least 6 levels below us before you hit the actual stone, ground, earth, whatever you want to call it.
Now, is this like city built on city, or is this like designed subterranean structure?
It's city built on city, basically.
Okay.
Like they, more or less, you can tell from where you're at right now, at one point, this level was the highest point, and then the population expanded to the point where they built another layer on top of it and built a whole new city. This last layer, they started building more like larger buildings, skyscrapers, or 10, 50 story buildings, as opposed to this lower level you're on. You only see 2, maybe 3 story high buildings here. So
like we're in the Iron Age buildings, and we just got to get down to the Bronze Age.
More or less. There's not a lot of people below us here, and like I said, most of the infrastructure has collapsed, or is in the process of collapsing. So, if you want to take your chances, by all means.
Did I notice any thieves' cant on the way in here, by the way?
You did not. Not here, specifically.
Anything on the walls or anything around?
Anything on the walls? Is that what you said?
Inside here, yeah. Is there any?
No. Not that you can tell. Not that you can see.
I say we take our chances, guys. I don't like to spend our imaginary money.
Are you sure?
I mean, I'm sure the guy said we can always come back if we find it.
That is true. Offer still stands.
All right.
Mr. Daysalor.
It's Mrs. Daysailor to you.
Well, Arden, after you.
All right, let's get up and leave.
Do we get to eat?
No, the food has not shown up yet.
Gosh darn it.
I don't think we want what they're serving.
Portals gotta eat.
You have rations.
Good berries? Or good shrooms?
Yes, please.
So,
Also that.
you get up and you start walking towards the door. Kind of pushing through this circular mass of elves that have surrounded you. Some looking a little more butch than what you've seen.
They look like turtles.
No. You walk up and you see Sereth standing right in front of the door, arms
Creepy one?
crossed. Yeah. Arms crossed. It's like just standing there in front of the door. Before you leave, just know that the catacombs below, you might not find your way out without a guide. You really should take him up on his offer. Steps off to the side.
Do?
What do I do? Is that what you asked?
Yeah.
Typically, if somebody needs someone dispatched, they come to me.
Oh, that's usually our job. But like on a global scale.
More
we really didn't
local
need
here.
to tell him that.
Oh,
Just leave.
okay.
As she steps aside, you just walk out into the alleyway.
Yeah.
Yup.
All right.
Did we pay our bill?
What bill?
We left a nice hole in their floor.
Broke a chair, drank some lager.
We're lucky that Butch isn't going to sue them over that chair.
Chairs aren't even up to turtle code.
I don't know about down here, but upstairs they're highly litigious.
Got ambulance chasers in the hollows.
Butch probably got 3 business cards stuffed into his various clothings.
So,
Butch is gonna wait for everyone to walk past, and then I'm gonna tell him before I walk away. Look, if you run into any mind flayers, send me a message, because they're coming.
call back to episode 5.
Yeah, all the way back.
So, as you walk out into this alleyway, what are you doing?
Gotta find my way down. Or our way down.
Okay.
Are you sure we shouldn't resume at least some form of disguise here?
What's
I know
the
we were
point down
finding the
here?
little shady bar, but
I mean,
I'm still human and he's still a turtle.
yeah, but we're gonna get more notice the way we were before down here, so
Maybe we should look more like the locals this time.
Do I need to do anything?
I'm good, but if Butch has got his hat as if he's uncomfortable, and I guess that's up to Elric if he's got the availability to cast see me again.
Yes, time to look live. I look live.
That is my 6th level spell slot.
I'm gonna reach into the bag of holding that has all of the old gear we had from our dis raid and pull out a big cloak and throw it over myself.
Easy enough.
I still have my elven boots out, so hopefully that's enough.
Orpheus, you are the smartest human in the room.
So,
It usually is in most of the rooms we're in.
Yeah, well,
I think
bring that.
where we're going, I might need my high level spell slot.
Speaking of spell slots, you want some divinations?
Yeah, you want to ask for a little help, find our way? Or do we need to get lower?
get low, like the boots with the fur.
You're crossing some songs here.
Well, I don't know if Sunny and Moonbo's going to know where to look.
How expensive is it to rule that out as an option?
I did not prepare Augury today, which means we have higher level spells available to us only.
After all we've been through, I think we can risk it.
Let's just go, like, looking for
Yeah, we can go
Way
look for a
down.
while.
thieves can't.
I mean, I
etc.
can reuse my holy water to do my my commune. So
So you're just
You're going to have to tell us what thieves can't looks like.
are you just basically wandering aimlessly at this point,
One down.
looking for a way down? All right. Go ahead while you wander this city, this layer of this city. Go ahead and make me an investigation check. Arnon, you do. Let's do Arnon only since it's his thing, and do with advantage with everyone's assistance.
can I look for a place to
19.
stay instead?
19. What did you say? Look for what?
Like an inn in case we have to spend multiple days searching. Or do we just leave the inn?
Well, you left a tavern. You don't know. You didn't get enough information to find out if they had an inn attached to it or not. It looked very, very small from the outside, so you can imagine it probably did not. But slumlords are a thing. With a 19, so you wander these alleys and walk through these thoroughfares of this lower city. Did you all disguise yourselves, or are you?
I didn't cast anything to do that.
I did.
Okay, so Butch did. Orpheus put his cloak up, so you have a dwarf, a drow, and so at least 3 elves and a dwarf right now, and then, or well, four elves, a dwarf, and a human in disguise, like a cloak and everything, who could potentially pass as an elf. All right,
I'm the only one that stands out right now.
you are, yes.
Yay. Good thing I'm short.
As you wander around, you do get a few odd looks in your direction, but nobody seems to be that concerned. Everyone
There are
here
guards down here.
occasionally you do see guards, yes, but you do your best to avoid the guards due to the fact that you have a dwarf with you and a human. As you patrol through these alleyways and thoroughfares down here, though, you explore for a few hours and you don't notice anything that looks like... Hey! Jesus. You don't notice anything that looks like another way
Hey, Jesus.
down. You said you're looking for a way down and you're looking for a thieves' cant, right? Okay, so after you don't notice anything that looks like a way down. However, you do notice probably after a few hours of wandering around and investigating, you come across another tavern. Someplace. This is something a little looks a little seedier. This is back down deep into a dark alley. It does have more, instead of having like, you know, the everything, you see almost like a cellar entrance, and you just see the inscription of a silver snake on the door itself. Next to it, written in thieves' cant, you do notice the words, "The Silver Serpent."
Maybe we should check this place out.
Cool.
All right.
I will keep my mouth shut.
All right, let's go in.
The cellar door does appear to be locked.
Nobody's around.
You do not see anyone, no.
Pick that.
The metal of your lockpicks start to bend slightly.
Do you want some magical help there?
Yeah, if you got it.
I do. Let's see if I have to target you in the game. I can figure out which piece is yours. All right. Where did Hans' ability go? There it is. So that Cat's Grace, right? Because it's a dex check to pick locks.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
Should
can I
have
roll
been-
again, or should I? Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and roll it again. Now you have advantage.
Holy crap!
Oh,
23.
23, however, you are able to kind of reach in there with one of your picks and dislodge the piece that was stuck inside of this lock. And you do notice that there is actually the tip of a lockpick already broken off in this. So you're able to get in there and kind of use your lockpicks almost like tweezers to pop that piece out, which then you're able to get in and unlock the lock itself. As you open this door, you do see a staircase that drops down probably 10 feet into a dark hallway. No lights visible.
Stealth down there.
You stealth down. Go ahead and roll stealth.
Oh my god. 18.
With an 18, you make it down. You feel confident about the fact that you've made it down into this without being seen. There is a small hallway that goes probably about 20 feet down to a solid iron door with a slit in the front, or in like eye level, that is closed shut, that appears to have like a slider from the opposite side.
Any other markings?
In here, you do not see any markings, no.
Is this a custom that I'd be aware of?
Go ahead and roll me a history check.
Jesus. 12.
You can't think of anything.
Well, it's an iron door, you said?
Yeah, it looks like an iron door. With
I'll give
almost
it a couple little knocks with the pommel of something.
dung dung dung. Doesn't appear to be any answer.
It's locked.
There is no handle on this side or anything that resembles a keyhole or way of opening this door from this side.
Do you want me to handle it?
If you can, go for it.
I actually managed to prepare knock today. I'm gonna go.
Can you open it from this side with knock?
Held shut by a mundane lock, or is stuck, or barred, or becomes unlocked, unstuck, or unbarred. Okay. I think this will work.
Or we could just remove the door.
Which one do you think is going to be louder? Because
right. Sorry.
I was going to say mine, and I can open it, but it's going to be really loud.
Oh, I was thinking maybe Orpheus or I could just punch a hole through the door and pull it out then. I don't know.
I'm going to cast knock.
All right.
As I...
Oh my god, my bit rate is dropping like a motherfuck currently again. I don't know.
Tonight? What's going on? Is there
I don't
a
know what's
hockey
going on. It doesn't seem to be affecting the stream quality too much. It's dropping a few frames here and there, but yeah. Anyway, you're okay. So you are casting knock.
Yes. And I mutter in Elvish, knock, knock.
Knock, knock. So you all hear this loud knocking noise. Make sure you go ahead and cast that in Foundry, please. And from the opposite side of the gate, or the door, you hear this loud thudung noise as you hear, you can imagine a large metal bar like a sliding bar just flies out of place, and you see the doors start slowly inward away from you.
Arnon, you want me to go first? You want to go first?
I mean, if this is a Thieves Guild place, it probably should. By the way, there's a Thieves Cant up there, so this is a Thieves Guild place.
Is that how that works?
Oh,
Right. Well, they're not going to like us.
does my tongue's not? Oh, it's probably worn off.
Tongues is for talking and listening, not reading.
Okay.
Yeah, you want comprehend languages, which I do.
Right.
I will go through and check it out.
As you walk in, you see, you enter into this dim, eerily lighted, that's the word I'm looking for, small tavern. It seems to be illuminated by pale blue flames flickering in arcane lanterns hung across the walls and from the ceiling. Long shadows, ethereal glows casted from these lanterns. In certain corners of the bar, the shadows seem so thick that they're almost swallowing the light entirely.
We went offline on Twitch.
Oh, fuck, yeah.
Boo.
My bitrate is sucking right now. Oh, it's like completely offline. Oh, wait, there. It's back online now. Sorry about that, folks. Seems we dropped for a second. Anyway.
I'd like to roll stealth since this might be the only time I can do it with advantage.
Okay.
Hooray!
Low ceilings. And the walls seem to almost pulse with this faint hum of ancient magic-infused roots that run from the ground up through the establishment itself. Instead of being a open tavern, you see almost like pathways, labyrinths of looking through. You see these small little alcoves and shadowy corners. You walk into this main room, but then off of here are narrow hallways leading into multiple back rooms and potentially private sections. You see symbols etched onto the floor, strange glowing runes, emitting faint pulses of light. As you walk past, it seems nothing negative happens, but the light seems to shift slightly from one color to another.
What was the sign on the door say? This is what snake?
Silver serpent.
Silver serpent.
Arnon.
Mm-hmm.
I think we've entered an ancient abandoned office building.
Yeah.
As you walk into that main room, across you see a bar of black marble, a long slab of black marble shimmering faintly with arcane energy. You see this silent figure, elven figure, standing behind the bar. Seems to be almost cloaked in shadow. What? Okay. I don't know. Dad just sent me a weird text. And in corners of this main room, you also see these small little, like, private booths with a few individuals sitting in these booths seem to be surrounded by these purple velvet curtains that you can barely make out figures in like the shadow, the outline of figures, silhouettes of figures behind. You see this figure standing behind the bar, just staring at you as you enter this room.
Approaching.
Nothing. They don't seem to make a noise as you walk. Just staring at you.
Menacingly.
I guess I'll stay in Thieves' Can't. Well, if there's a typical greeting to from an outside member, or just say something like we're information.
You hear this kind of raspy voice come from a veiled, shadowed face. I do not deal in information. If there is something else you are interested in.
What do you deal in?
Kind of looks around. He's like, for someone who enters this place not knowing what this is a bit concerning. Perhaps we should keep you here.
Arnon, get me a vodka spritz.
Vodka spritz. What is he speaking to me?
Seems to be in Elvish.
Elvish.
Or a pina colada.
Are there any other symbols that I would recognize?
Make a perception check.
I brought my big dice tonight, so.
Or Elric. You can make an Arcana.
Ooh, 28.
Fantastic. And
Dang.
Elric, make me an Arcana check as well.
It's a 16.
16.
Nice.
Arnon, you see quite a few symbols throughout the area itself. Nothing that really comes to mind or anything specifically that you can think of. Excuse me. Elric.
Mm-hmm.
There's something off about this place. Like, this seems... There's a lot of arcane here, but it's stuff that you're not familiar with. Stuff that seems to be almost things that illicit, maybe, would be the best way of putting it. Arnon, you start putting this together with your background, the doors, the locked, the hidden first door with the thieves' cant, the locked door, steel or iron door with the kind of slide viewport, the shadowy nature of this place, the arcane symbols. Something's going on here.
Well, yeah. When he said, when he
Arnon,
says,
you may want to take a look with your special eyes.
maybe we should keep you here. I'll say you can certainly try.
At this point, you see from one of those curtained booths this older high elf with a very disheveled look, clothes like half torn and everything, kind of stumbles out a little bit and kind of, without being able to really walk in a straight line, kind of stumbles from one way to the other out towards the door that you came in at. Kind of, you look a little closer and you see his eyes kind of darting back and forth, like looking around, and kind of stares at you for a second, stops in his tracks, looks at your group, and then turns and starts walking quicker, stumbling quicker out towards the entrance.
So we ran into some like arcane opium den.
Yeah.
Sure as hell seems that way.
Yeah.
Are any of these symbols religious at all?
No, these are 100% arcane.
I think
Okay.
that one means elven trafficking.
Oh no.
Fierce is proficient in Arcana too, if that matters.
Does Orpheus want to check it out? Do your roll, man.
I'm asking
Yeah.
the DM if it's relevant.
I mean, there's not a lot more that you're going to come up with that Elric and Arnon haven't already.
Alright.
As you're noticing all of this younger female high elf, long silver hair and intricate black robes, kind of sneaks up almost out of nowhere, sits down at a stool next to you, kind of looks at the figure behind the bar and is like, let's not get hasty. Looks at all of you, is like, what exactly are you looking for? You said information, and people don't typically just fall into this place, so...
I'll show her my brand.
Okay.
Just
Kinda-
whipping it out for anybody.
Yeah, baby.
Kind of looks down at your arm and everything. Is like, is this supposed to mean something to me?
Yeah.
Point at the arcane symbol and say, is that supposed to mean something to me?
I mean, if you're not into this lifestyle, perhaps not. However, if there are certain things you need or things you need to get out of the city, then potentially we might be able to come up with an arrangement. What
might
ex-
Like
need to
what
get
kind of
us
things?
out of the city?
Listen, I specialize in what's the best way of putting this? I specialize in procuring objects that may or may not be difficult to get past the authorities above. I also am able to remove things from here as well, so if this is something that you're interested in, or something that potentially you need, most people who come in here because they need something that is not readily available in Longbian.
I need access to the lower levels.
Well, that is something I can do for you.
For 10,000 gold.
Don't give him ideas.
However, is it just access, or is there something specific down there you're looking for? Not a lot of people venture into the lower levels?
My kind do, apparently.
I have seen a few down there, yes. A few people, I should say. I'm not entirely sure what you mean by your kind, but if you are akin to those that I've seen down there, then by all means. The lower levels tend to weed out the people who are not really capable of surviving down there in the first place, so it's not like we really have anything to worry about if we give you access. Just leave my fucking paths alone, please.
Your paths?
Yes, I told you, my specialty is getting things in and out of the city, and those are levels kind of the way that I do that, so don't...
Do you get people out of the city? Because we might need that at some point.
For a price. I have been known to do that in the past. Introductions. My name is Lysandra. Who do I have the pleasure of speaking with?
Arnon.
Pleased to meet you. Now, if you are in the lower levels, if you do venture down into the lower levels, the things that I would say to keep in mind is try not to touch anything. Everything down there is very fragile. We have tunnel collapses on an almost regular basis, almost daily basis. So do your best not to set off any large explosions, large arcane, fireballs, shatters, things like that. They tend to bring things down on top of you.
They're looking at you, Elric.
And
You hear that, Leroy?
and for the,
Don't tempt me.
I make my living because of the so I would be very, very disappointed to find out that some of them were collapsed due to negligence of newcomers.
I get that.
Hey, what language are they speaking?
Elven, still.
Hey, Arnon, why don't you just about the blood hunters, like say it by name?
It's not something you do.
No. Good to know.
As long as we travel through those pathways undisturbed,
You guys?
reasonable.
We'll take that and we'll be back if we need your other assistance.
Fantastic. Please. She reaches out, you hand her the satchel full of gold. Follow me. She proceeds back down one of these hallways in this this establishment. As you follow, she makes her way through these winding corridors, past multiple rooms where you see multiple people in there, multiple elves, like consuming potions and elixirs of some sorts that you're not familiar with. You see a
Ask
few
them if they spice.
yeah, you see a few laying back, just
Space.
like completely out of it.
Space.
As you continue to walk through, she makes her way around a few turns and to a large iron door with multiple keyholes in it. She pulls out a ring of keys, one by one, unlocking each one. Opening that door leads into another small chamber. almost storage facility. You see crates and barrels throughout. She moves a couple crates out of the way and reveals a trapdoor on the floor. Takes out that same ring of keys, unlocks 2 padlocks, pops up the trapdoor, and you see a ladder that drops down maybe 50 feet. This will take you into the catacombs.
Was it Lysandra? Is that right?
Yes, Lysandra.
Lysandra. My thanks, Lysandra. And I'll go down the stairs.
Fantastic. As you all descend, the trapdoor shuts behind you. You hear the clicking of the locks. As you descend into this cavern, you make it down about 50 feet before you hit another layer of stone, cobblestone. You find yourself in a small, room with only one. You start walking down this path, and after about 100, 150 feet of this winding path, it opens up into this subterranean ruin of a city. You see stacks of stones that at one point you can imagine were walls of buildings, tunnels and alleyways that have collapsed entirely. Every once in a while you'll still see a section of a building that still has a completed door frame, and even fewer that have a completed door in it. You see piles of rubble here and there. But while you're walking, you also see remnants of fires, campfires. You see spots where people have huddled in the dark for shelter and security. As you continue down this path, go ahead and make either a perception or investigation check to see if you can notice anything specific. Damn it, we're offline again on Twitch.
Ooh, good rolls.
Okay.
And we're back on Twitch.
Got 24, 25, 24.
Sorry, everybody, for our awesome internet connection. Luckily, we are recording the audio, so at least the podcast version and potentially the recorded version will have full audio. So come back later and catch what you missed because of our awesome internet. All right, with those...
video too, so...
You are capturing video?
Yeah, I started doing that again.
Sweet, thank you. All right, so the recorded version will have everything. Fantastic. All right, so with those 24s and 25s, you continue for a good 2 hours through these winding paths through this ruin of a city. Occasionally you hear the tuk, 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 tuk of these dropping pebbles and boulders.
Are sinkholes a big problem in Long Bien?
Not that you've noticed yet, but you do notice that, or you do see at this point, there's more or less one main pathway. Every once in a while, you'll see these short little offshoots, these small little tunnels that at one point were alleyways between buildings, but have more or less collapsed down. But you stick with that main path for probably a good 2 hours before you come across a symbol that looks very familiar to... Hey, thanks, Dead Bob, for following us on Twitch. Thank you, buddy.
Nice.
We appreciate any follows and subs, and we try and call them out, even though a lot of times it doesn't alert me, and I apologize. Anyway, You make your way and you find drawn almost in ash, barely visible on the gray stone, next to a small, probably 3 or 4 foot wide pathway that's still visible, and you can actually almost see a few stones that have been placed as the keystones to keep this from collapsing. A symbol that looks very similar to the brand on your arm.
There. I think we are on the right track, guys.
Wonderful.
Does anybody need a rest, a break? We good to go?
I could do
Butch
with one.
glumly eats his rations. No, I'm kidding. He had a good mushroom.
I need about an hour.
An hour?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, this would be a good place there. We're close enough that they're marking now, so this might be a good place for a little rest.
And actually, Arnon, with that 24,
25.
another 25.
Hey, 25 is a threshold sometimes.
It is, you're right.
Yeah.
With that 25, another thing you notice while you are sitting there, as you are sitting there, as Elric is taking his rest and all of you are taking your rest, you're looking down that alleyway, that pathway into the shadows, and you actually notice movement. A figure standing for a second and then walking farther into the darkness.
I got 300-foot dark vision. Does that help me get more details?
You see a figure standing in the darkness. But what did you get on your perception check?
You got 24.
Okay, yeah. So you see an elven individual. You can't quite make out features.
Sure.
But you see an elven individual with a sword at their hilt, cloak, hood up, face more or less concealed in shadow, standing there looking at all of you, and then turns and walks farther away into the shadow.
We're not alone.
Sword. I'll do my thing that gives everyone here my super dark vision, so we have it for the next hour of rest.
Throughout the rest of the hour, nothing else of note. You don't notice anyone else. You just notice that one individual.
Sure. But also, I imagine Orpheus would like to be able to see better.
No, that's fair.
Oh, make those threes really stand out.
I don't know where I lost the points, but
I think you lost them when I said your family name.
I just shout him out right there.
Yep. Blood on the floor.
I lost 50 hit points releasing my bowels.
Yeah. Did you lose any on the landing?
No, I didn't. Thanks to that roll of me and Orpheus.
Yeah, that worked out.
Yeah, I probably missed a long rest at some point, but whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So, short rest done. Guess we'll proceed back towards where I'll go first. And I'll walk with my brand exposed.
Okay.
Like, not covered up, but I'm not like carrying it like like Butch's emblem or whatever to
Sure.
my god, but just exposed. Yeah. I'll dab with it, you know.
Orpheus, do you want light cast on your shield? I imagine it's super dark down here.
Yeah, but you also just gave him dark vision too, so.
It only lasts an hour, and we took an hour of rest.
Oh, fair. That is a good point.
Well, how is it? Is it bright enough to be seen through the cloak? 'Cause I'm still trying not to stand out
True.
too much.
Well, you know what? Let me just burn a spell slot, and I'll just re-up the effect.
The dark vision effect.
So now everyone has my 300-foot dark vision, including Orpheus.
Okay.
Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I can get all of you.
I do have 3 spell slots on my ring left, since I used them earlier. If you got some throwaway spells you want to throw at me.
Throw away spells. Like Cure Wound.
That's
Very fine.
usually best to do with the leftover spell slots before a long rest.
Yep.
Not in the middle of the day.
Still.
So, Arnon,
Same.
you are leading the group down this path.
Yeah.
All right, you continue through this path for probably another 15, 20 minutes before you come to. It kind of winds, and you see a significant source of light in front of you, kind of peering through this. Are you just walking directly in? It seems to be it. As you go through a couple more turns, the room itself opens into this massive chamber. You see pillars supporting a ceiling that's probably 25, 30 feet in the air. Rows throughout. You see arcane symbols kind of drawn on the ground itself. Across from where you enter, you see stone steps that lead up to another exit that leaves from that side. You turn to the right as the chamber extends, probably a total of about 130 feet long by about 65 feet wide. You're coming in the back corner on the long side. You look out and you see, flanking the center, 6 individuals. 6 elven individuals standing there, looking towards you. 2 individuals standing in front of what appears to be a large stone statue of this faceless creature, probably 10, 12 feet tall, with these long, extended fingers that the fingers themselves unnaturally long, with arms crossed like this. Standing at the head, almost on a small little dais. 2 individuals standing in front. One is this like terrifyingly beautiful high elf with pale skin and glowing red eyes, long black hair streaked with crimson, wearing dark enchanted robes adorned with blood red crystals that pulsate with magical energy. Next to her stands this towering silver-haired male elf with pale, battle-scarred skin and amber eyes. As they stand, as you approach, let me go ahead and just so you can see what we're looking at. And so everyone else can get an idea of what we're looking at here. So, you walk in with your brand exposed, and the woman... hold on 1 second. Oops, wrong button. Sorry, people. Give me just 1 second here. I'm hitting too many buttons at once. Yep, sorry. There we go. Sorry, too many buttons at once. I even went to stream starting soon for a second. This
Really
woman
pushing my buttons.
speaks loudly. Welcome. We've been watching you for quite a while, wondering if you would make it here on your own.
I look to everybody and go, I think this is the place.
Is it too late to back out?
That god-looking thing doesn't look familiar, does it?
It does.
Faceless.
It does not. Not to you. No, you've never seen anything like this before.
It sounded completely different from the Raven Queen.
Yeah, it's not. It's definitely not a statue of the Raven Queen. This is something else.
And it's not a beast, right?
No, it appears to be some sort of just statue of some sort.
Well, yeah. Yes.
Welcome to the Crimson Vale. Arnon de Salor. I am Isilda Bloodthorn. Are you prepared for your trial?
I'll pull my scimitar out and activate my...
As you do that, she takes a step forward and says, "This will be the toughest trial yet.
Naturally.
Prepare yourself." Over to the closest blood hunter on the right to her, or, well, your right, her left. She nods, and you see him stomp both of his feet down and kind of grab a hold of himself and kind of almost starts tugging at his own flesh as his entire body starts enlarging as he takes this shape of this monstrous humanoid, this gigantic demon-looking humanoid with dark skin, these thick veins pulsing out of all of his extremities.
Well,
Think he's compensating for something?
Is this our OnlyFans?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, no.
And you know what?
Emery, hit thebooksvids.com.
Exactly.
No.
Luke
Blood
Van Dart.
Hunter's throbbing veins, please.
Stop.
You know what? I'm gonna have you all roll initiative.
Oh, we don't get to prep while they're prepping? Okay, I see how it is.
I probably should have said alacrity. Oh, that's pretty good anyway.
I don't know which pink dice is mine. Was that a bunch of poo emojis?
That was a bunch of people.
Yes, it was.
Who
Who was that? Orpheus?
Somebody rolled a nat one.
That was one of them rolled the nat one.
Okay.
They had a shit roll.
Oh my god, all of the die. All right, let's go through. We've got enough time for maybe one round of combat before we end it for the night. So, And
Oh my god, I did so bad.
And because I want to.
Because you want to.
Yeah.
How is this when I get my worst initiative? I rolled a natural 1.
That's
We're gonna start.
bad luck.
We are going to start with the witch, the hag. She is going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What is the distance on this? Why can't I see? Oh, it's touch. Fuck. Okay.
Boils for everyone. You get a boil, and you get a boil.
No, instead, she is going to do this. I need everyone to roll me Constitution saving throws as she releases all over all of you.
Awesome. You said con?
Con, yes. Ember, that is a success.
Nice.
At updating, goddamn. Come on, Foundry. Too many people rolling at once. All right, so Ember, that's a success. Arnon, that's a failure. Gwen, that's a failure. Orpheus barely succeeds. Elric succeeds. I need Butch.
You did a 14.
Yeah, I got a 14, which is a failure.
Why can't I see Butch's? All right, Butch is a failure too.
I mean, I got a 17. I got a 17.
I can't see mine.
All of you take. What the? Why? Okay, my Foundry just completely, like nothing is working. Where'd my damage roll go?
Oh no, it doesn't.
And I can see it rolled 5d8.
Yeah, let me refresh real quick. Hold, please. We're gonna refresh Foundry and see if this fixes it. Please
Uno
wait.
memento por favor.
This is not a good start for Arnon.
Oh, cool. And okay. All right. Oh, let's see what we got here.
I might have performance anxiety in my
Again?
hometown.
All right, let's see if this works again. Let's go damage, normal.
Ouch.
What the fuck? It's not. Oh, there it is. 29. 29 poison, I believe. Hold on. What was it? Heavily obscured creature. Yeah, 29 poison damage for anyone who failed. Anyone who succeeded is half of that.
Huh.
Does anybody have
Just
resistance?
like 7?
7 is not half of 29.
That sounds accurate to me.
No, that would be 14. Thank you very much. After that, we are going to go to.
Wait, are dwarves resistant to poison?
I think they.
Dwarves are resistant to poison, so you take half of that. So yeah, you take 7. Exactly, you were actually correct. All right. After that, you're gonna see this statue actually step forward. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to there. And they are not going to do anything because they can't do anything yet. Use Yep, they are going to walk 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 right there. And they are going to use, for their bonus action, they are going to use their Grant Blood Rage. And they are going to target this guy right here next to them. And grant blood rage. All right, that is going to lead us to his turn. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. There, and then we're going to get to Ember.
Oh, come on.
Start your turn. So you are starting your turn inside the cloud. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw again. Oh, that's a success. So you take a quarter of 23 damage. So that is going to be
I think that's
6 damage. I think something like that. 5.
I think it's the end of their turn.
No, it starts turn. It says it's when they start their turn.
When it enters... Oh, wait, maybe I'm not...
Yeah, when they enter the turn or they start their turn there. So.
Oh, I was looking at the new...
All right. Now it's your turn. Ember, what are you doing?
Man. I think I'll do blade barrier in a circle around catching all your guys.
Blade barrier.
It says it can go in a circle, and you guys are perfectly laid out in a little circle.
It's a 100-foot wall, ranged 90 feet.
A circle.
Vertical wall of whirling razor-sharp blades made of magical energy. Straight wall up to 20 feet long, or a ringed wall up to 60-foot diameter, 20 feet high. Okay, cool.
So it's in a circle, but 5 feet.
Yeah. So where did you want to place that?
Well, there's the creepy guy up there, and the emo guys, and then the creepy.
So it's a
guy.
It's a 60-foot.
Up to.
It doesn't have to. It says up to.
Okay. So how?
I just want to make a circle where I can get the most of your creepy guys and your little emo warriors.
You could probably do, if you do it like there, you could get everyone except for the witch.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay, so what is it, a dex save?
I don't know.
I think it's a dex save. Why did I delete that? I didn't mean to delete that.
Yeah, it's a dex save.
All right, so that is... All right, let's do dex saves.
I don't know that you have to right now. It says when a creature enters the wall's area for the first time on a
That'd be
turn
now.
or
Which-
starts its turn there.
Yeah, which would
That
be right now.
Right now.
Okay.
So the construct
I don't
at
know
the
what I'm
front
doing.
gets a 5. That's a fail. This guy gets a 15. What's your? That's a fail. This guy gets a fail. The big dude gets a success. This guy,
The big guy is the most extra.
yeah, that's a success.
My
Next
voice is
one.
cutting out, isn't it?
And
is
hear it a little bit.
a fail. And then finally, this guy over here is a fail. So the big dude and the one right to his left succeeded. All the rest failed. Go ahead and roll the damage.
think failed is still half, but you rolled
Yeah.
so many times I can't read it anymore.
Failed is full.
39.
Success is half. 39. Oh, that instantly made. Whoops, no. Go back. Oh shit! What the?
Nobody knows.
What just happened? I don't know.
Is it taking a while to load?
No, it took it off of something that should not have taken it off of. And this one is 39. And then this one is 39. And this one is 18. And this one is 18. All right. Cool. Anything else?
Move out of the cloud.
Oh, can I move out of the cloud?
Oh, wait, hold on a second.
I'm gonna say, ew, who farted?
Do you need to see to do that?
I don't know. But even if I did, I would just move out of the cloud first.
Okay, yeah, we can say that you move out of the cloud first. Because, yes, you need to be able to see to cast that, I believe.
Maybe in game mechanics, I can be taking cover behind something, right?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
I'm crouching down now. I'm gonna lay prone on the ground and like low crawl so that they can't see me, hopefully, because they're all over there and there's this weird benchy thing in front of me.
All right. Anything else? All right. Gwen, make me a con save.
Would I? Ah! Ah!
19, that is a success. So you
Oh,
take
yeah.
half of 23. So that would be 16 poison damage. Now, what would you like to do?
Would it be
That's not
11?
half the 23.
You gave me
Sorry.
half a 32.
Yeah, I did. Sorry, I
Okay.
dyslexia'd that.
Fine. I was just like, please
11. Sorry,
I want
11.
to live. All right, let's see. I'm just gonna pop over here. Whoops. Right in front of Ember. And then I am going to Cone of Cold.
Nice.
Does it originate from me? Oh god.
No.
Ah.
It's from your
yes.
hand.
Yeah,
That's from your hands.
yeah, it originates from you, 60-foot cone.
I was hiding, you jerk.
So right there.
So these three.
Yep.
So that is a con save.
Well, I tried to get all four of them in that
That's
line.
yeah, that's what I meant. These four.
Okay.
Con save. That is a natural one for that guy.
Dude, we took a short rest. I think you can bump that up.
What's up
Perry.
there?
Bump what up?
I didn't
You
realize
didn't
that was
notice.
weird.
Big dude is a 22.
Harold.
Harold.
That is a 13. And then finally, that is a 18.
Meets with beats, right?
Yep. So that is fail, success, fail, success. Go and roll your damage.
Okay.
Oh, goddamn.
But how many was that?
Oh, come on. Where's your number?
So many that it couldn't count.
Yep, they all died. The
Yep.
end.
Yeah. 41. Fantastic. So that one's dead.
Bye.
This one's dead.
If somebody dies, a creature killed by this spell becomes a frozen statue until it thaws, if that's relevant.
Okay, so they're frozen sashes. 48. I'm sorry, 41. So 20 damage to him. And then 20 damage to him. So you're gone, and you're gone. All right, anything else, Gwen?
I don't think so. How do I remove the template?
Here, I got it. Elric, con save.
Oh,
That is a fail. So that would be... Oh, where'd my... Oh, it went away. 5d8. $23 poison damage to you at the start of your turn. And now it's your turn.
23. Ugh. Yep, that sound right there.
Yep.
I'm gonna move. Then I'm going to, with a flourish, activate my blade song.
Okay.
Flourish doesn't sound like that, but that's okay. Go right there. And then let's see. Yeah. I'll
bring the whole city down on top of it.
maybe not the whole city.
just in the middle.
Maybe a little bit of the city.
It's about to have a sinkhole problem.
Okay. I'm about to try something real stupid.
Oh,
That sound-
I love that. I love the sound of that.
We've ever done
Sleet
that
storm?
before.
No,
How apropos.
no, not that one. I'm being merciful today.
What you doing, Elric?
Okay. No, not that one. I can only get one person with that. Never mind.
Oh no.
Oh no. I will instead at 4th level cast lightning bolt.
Okay. Where
Let's see.
are you going?
We're gonna. Yep, we're gonna let them have it.
Who are you hitting? I missed it.
Okay, it's the really big guy and the no face.
No face. All right, let me check
The
something
quarter and the time.
real quick. Good. And all right, perfect. All right. What deck save? Okay.
Yep, that is a dex save.
Big dude is a 14.
Oh, that's gonna miss.
Other dude is. Let me just check something real quick.
Make sure they don't have some fancy thing.
Yeah, no, it's good. All right,
Oh,
he
you
is
faint.
going to do a dex save. Natural 20 for the statue guy. All right,
Dang.
for an 18. Natural 20 for an 18.
Okay.
All right, go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay, let's go. 96.
Oh shit. All right, that is fuck. You're gonna have to just
That is not showing up. Okay,
roll
so
manually.
96. Try it this way.
20.
That is markedly less, but
All right.
we'll go with it.
Shockingly, the lightning does not seem to have as much of an effect on the big dude as you expected it to. It still hurts him a little bit. It still hurts him a little bit, but not that much. Anything else for you?
Okay. No, that's well. I'm going to spend the rest of my movement. Come on. No, wrong thing. Okay, spend the rest of my movement trying to maybe get some cover behind this pillar.
Okay. End of your turn. Orpheus. To make me a
Yeah,
con
got it.
save.
While I'm doing this, I have a technical question.
Okay.
If I use the spell that's in my ring as an item, does that still prohibit me from using another spell during this turn?
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
It's one leveled spell regardless of where it comes from. That is a 20. That will succeed, so you take half of 20 damage. So you take 20 or 10 damage.
All right. Well, I will, in that case, use my action to dash, get into position. Let's say I go over here just to spread the love. And then I will use my bonus action to use my second wind and heal some of that cloud damage I've taken.
Okay.
And I will end my turn after that rolls.
Fantastic. At the end of your turn, we're going to go with this guy who is immediately going to step out of here.
No, he has to do the save at the beginning of the turn.
What kind of save?
Oh, yeah.
Dex save?
I don't
Yep.
remember.
All right.
Dex
Yeah.
save.
Natural 20?
Dang.
All right, so half of 60.
Half. Well, roll it again. Half of
Half of
35.
35, so I think that's 26.
No.
17.
17. Fantastic. That's 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 right there. And he is going to go ahead and... Oh, shit. He should have had a... or they have resistance. They should have been doing those saves at advantage.
Wait,
Orpheus, heavy crossbow towards you. That's gonna miss. That's an 11. Second heavy crossbow towards you. That's also gonna miss. All right. End of his turn. Dex save at advantage this time because I'm a genius. That's going to succeed, so go ahead and roll your damage. $21, so 10 damage for him.
every little bit helps.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30 right there. Yeah, or actually, no. Elric, you're hiding back there. 2 crossbow bolts towards you. That is a 22 to hit.
Oh, that's gonna miss.
Oh, fuck. I don't think, unless it's a nat 20, he's not going to be able to hit you.
Cool.
Wizard tank, that's going to miss the wizard tank. Arnon, it's your turn.
Did you say con save?
Yeah, con save. Oh, natural 1. So that's going to be 25 damage towards you.
Balls.
Just had a lot of bad rolls today.
Yes, I have. I had like 3 good ones and the rest were garbage.
Are you using Elric's dice?
I'm rolling. I'll tell you what it is. Okay.
Technically.
Fuck. I will use my action to the flaming scimitar.
You're going to use your action to what?
Activate the flaming scimitar.
Ah, fantastic.
I'll use the rest of my move to just come up right there. And then I will bonus action hex this guy.
The big dude?
Big guy.
Okay.
And we'll say strength.
Fantastic. Does that end your turn?
Yeah, where's my hex?
All right, Butch. Well, he finds his hex. Butch, make a con save.
Yay.
My hex isn't there anymore. He's hexed.
That is a fail, so that will be a total of 28 poison damage.
Good lord.
And it is your turn.
Burton. All right. Let's move. Nope, actually target the thing. Nope. I think this is it. All right. To no one's surprise, I'm activating my Twilight Sanctuary.
Fantastic.
Everyone's favorite.
It should include everyone.
It is a
Now
new graphic.
Yeah, I like that.
pretty-
Graphics updated.
That's purty.
Yeah, it is. And
If you're listening to the audio only version of this,
It's both beautiful.
it is a beautiful graphic, and maybe check it out on YouTube or Twitch.
You doing anything else, Butch?
yeah, I'm casting my spiritual weapon. There it is. Ringing the hammer.
Fantastic.
Did it get
Putting it
placed?
right there. Yep, I see it. Staff of Sehanin. Who are you whacking? Somebody?
Yeah, whacking that little guy.
The little guy? All right.
if I
That
can.
OnlyFans? Is this the OnlyFans?
is going to hit. Yeah, go ahead and roll your damage.
Whacking
Okay.
a little guy.
Nobody's getting whacked off.
That's-
Yeah. All right. 9 damage.
9, better than
Fantastic.
none.
Anything else for you?
That's all I got.
End of your turn. It's going to bring to this guy. He is going to go 5, 10, 15. What the hell? Why did it ask me if I wanted Twilight Sanctuary?
I don't know.
10, 15, 20,
How much did he give me?
25. 30 right there. And he is going to use Blood Boil.
Hold on, Orpheus.
And he's going to hit the Blood Boil right.
No, don't.
Yep, he can get all of you.
Okay, that's not where I
Right
thought you
there.
were.
I need everyone to make Constitution saving throws.
That's not a spell or anything.
No, it is basically a Blood Hunter feature. Or a Blood Mage feature.
What are we rolling again?
Oh,
Con?
fuck's sake.
Constitution.
So that is a
Saving throw?
4. That is a fail. Ember succeeds.
Holy crap.
Nat 20. Yeah.
The Staff of
Or 27.
Sehanine got a 17. Butch, you
That
rolled
was
for the
me.
you rolled for the staff. I know.
I have no life on me.
Elric got a 6. Orpheus got a 27.
Ugh.
So Ember
On a
and
nat 20.
Ember and Orpheus succeed. What's your con saving throw addition, Butch? You can just use the 17 that you have.
It's 3, so it's 20. I
Okay,
have a
so
dirty 20.
you succeed as well. So you all take half damage, and you are not incapacitated. Everyone who failed takes full damage and is incapacitated.
What kind of damage?
Hold on. Fuck, it didn't roll.
Embarrassment damage.
31 necrotic damage. So 31
Dwarves
necrotic.
are immune to that.
No, you're not. Shut up. 31 necrotic damage, and anyone who failed is incapacitated.
Hold on.
I'm going to use my Song of Defense to absorb
Okay.
some of that damage.
My 25 is enough to keep my
Yeah.
doohickey up, right?
Yes,
Okay.
it is. Thank you for remembering that.
I'm learning
All right. Who all is incapacitated?
slowly.
That would be
Me.
Elric, Gwen, and Arnon. At the end of the Blood Mage's turn, yeah, we're gonna do a legendary action.
Oh wait,
We
before
have
we go
to.
any further, what was that last damage number? Just to make sure.
31 necrotic. If you succeeded, which Elric, can you do Song of Defense if you're incapacitated?
I believe this is a reaction to taking
Oh,
damage.
so it happens. Okay, that's fine. But you're still incapacitated.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. I don't know.
As you do that, from the big guy, as a legendary action, he is going to use a ability called Majesty of Ragnarok. And I need every single person there to make a charisma saving throw.
Yay.
Which, if you're incapacitated, I believe that's an automatic fail, isn't it?
Sorry, Arnon, you didn't get to show off your low charisma.
It's an
But
automatic fail. 'cause
everybody
I'm-
has to do the charisma?
Yes.
Me too.
Is that an automatic? We take 32 points of damage, or are you about to roll?
I'm
5d12?
about to roll. So, Arnon,
Assuming
you're
it's well as a fail, I'm
incapacitated.
going to attempt to
I'm
re-roll
trying
it.
to.
Ember succeeds. Orpheus, yeah, that would be a fail if you want to use Indomitable.
Yep, let's do it.
Indomitable. Indubitable.
Arnon, Butch, 21 will succeed.
Nice.
Orpheus.
Sorry, it's taking a while.
You're good.
If I survive this fight, do I get the Blood Hunter ability?
Orpheus 12, that's still a
The
fail.
exact same thing.
Anybody who's incapacitated fails, and so anyone who failed takes a whopping 25
I'm down.
necrotic damage. You take
Gwen's also down.
you
I'm
also
down.
you also take 2 levels of exhaustion, and you are permanently blinded. Anyone who succeeded only takes 1 level of exhaustion and half damage.
What was the damage again?
25.
So
What kind of damage?
So 12 necrotic. 12 damage, and you have 1 level of exhaustion.
How do we do exhaustion?
There should,
Effects?
yeah.
I don't remember.
Should
Here.
be on your sheet.
I
under
got
your
you.
Picture.
I get, oh. There, you are now exhausted.
I started this out exhausted.
So, Gwen and Arnon are down.
I think Arnon's dead.
And that's where we will pick up next week. So,
Awesome.
2 people unconscious. Everyone's just a little exhausted now. Bad things are happening.
Yep.
And it's not looking good for those who are up either.
Rude.
Oh my god, Elric's at 1 hit point.
Yeah, and I'm incapacitated.
Oh, yeah, you are incapacitated, and you're at 1 hit point.
Well, we didn't have a long rest before we came here, so
Yeah.
pretty
So
awesome.
we will see you next week, where we will pick up right here, and hopefully we won't have any freaking internet issues like we did tonight. But thank you all for joining us, and make sure you like and subscribe to us at youtube.com/@thosenatural1s and twitch.tv/thosenatural1s. Keep an eye out for the 25th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time for our in-person sitting around a table rolling real dice. And make sure you tune in next week and every Tuesday at 8:30 Eastern Time here again at twitch.tv/thosenatural1s and youtube.com/@thosenatural1s. We'll see you tomorrow where hopefully we won't TPK. Not tomorrow, next week. We will see you next week where hopefully we don't TPK. Have a fantastic week, and we will see you then. Emery?
Tradition.
Oh, you kind of took my thing.
Okay, well, let's do it again. We'll see you next week.
Okay. Where hopefully we don't roll a natural 1, surviving Arnon's maybe final test for the last time.
It's for the last time either way.
It might be.
Have a fantastic week. I gotta come back to say Brobarian Rage, that's the greatest name ever, and thank you for the follow. Now we're leaving. See ya.